Welcome to Jim's Veracity channel. My name is Jim. I am accompanied here by my good friend Barry.
Yeah, how you doing, everyone?
Yeah, we are here to do the Rambo Last Blood movie review. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. So,
Take two.
yeah, take note. So before we get started with the review, if you're listening on YouTube, if you could just take a moment, hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified of our future content as we publish it. We're not trying to sell you anything. We're not going to send missionaries to your house. We just feed on the lifeblood that is your subscription. YouTube has some pretty crazy algorithms. Basically, the more subscribers you have, your content will be published first on the content pages. So hit the subscribe button. And after the podcast, if you like what you hear, like and share it with your friends. Let everybody know what we're doing. We'd love to get more subscribers, more listeners. Everybody brings a lot to the table, gives us a lot of comments. And speaking of comments, shout out to Gary, the comment section of our last podcast. Gary, thank you very much. We will definitely be doing some Superman talk in the future. The entire Arrowverse, Flashverse, if you want to call it, Crisis on Infinity Earth. That's a really exciting time to be a fan, and I really want to talk about that. We will talk about it at a later date. So if please give us all the comments you can, guys. That will help us grow this channel and evolve. So Barry, here we are. Last Blood, take two. Last Blood movie review. So it's been 11 years since the last Rambo movie.
Right.
At the end of the last movie, we see video of essentially John Rambo walking back to his Arizona family farm. And
right.
It's a family farm because I don't think he's going to own a farm in the middle of Arizona and not visit it until he's in his 60s, right? So it's clearly the family farm. It's been in his family for however long, but essentially he's walking back to the farm. And here we are, 11 years later. He's now Cowboy John Rambo, I guess you'd call him. But anyway, so
that's about right.
What did you think, man? Let's get to it.
Let's just jump right into it, right? Because we're doing take two because we did a review already, but it was like 30 minutes long. So we listened to you guys about your comments, and we're shortening this one down because the first one we did was like 30 minutes long. So we're going to go jump into the nitty dirty now, and we're gonna talk about this review. Rambo. It's a section, the story arc of everything. It's gone from episode 1, where it was First Blood, when he's in Washington, I think it was.
Yeah. I believe it's Hope, Washington, is where.
Yeah. So it goes from Washington to, which is the United States. It goes back to Southeast Asia, then to the Middle East, then back to the United States again, or back to Southeast Asia, then to the United States again.
Yep.
With this last movie, Last Blood.
Yep.
And this movie, it was fun. It was interesting to watch because you got the Rambo carnage, which I was kind of expecting throughout the whole time, but you didn't get until the last little bit, which I was kind of waiting for. And I thought that was going to be like my turning point for it. And I'm pretty sure you got some comments to make about a lot of it, because there is a lot of things that were missing about this movie that it could have improved on.
Oh, absolutely. So what I felt was missing. So the good, the bad, the ugly. The good, it's Rambo, right? I mean, it's Rambo. It's the whole blood and guts. They brought that. So the good is that. The bad, characterization, really lack of characterization. They really could have developed the storyline a little bit better. The movie itself is only like an hour, 37 minutes long, which it could have been a lot longer. I feel, especially since it's the bookend of a saga, right? You would call it a saga. I mean, the dang movie lasts over 30 years, right? It's a freaking saga. But
yeah, man.
Yeah, but it is. It's only an hour 37 minutes long, and there's lack of characterization. We meet Gabriella, who he calls Gabby. It's his niece. The whole development of her character. They basically tried to sandwich it all up into like a 5-minute conversation that she has with Uncle John, and all of a sudden we're supposed to care about her as a character.
It's an important character. Yeah.
A very important character. So the bad is that there's the Nana in the beginning. I think we call her Nana because we don't know who her name is. I don't know who she is.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, so and it's funny because I saw the movie. It's funny because I saw the movie. You and I talked about it, and I gave you a couple spoilers, and I told you that I don't know who this lady is, and so you went into the movie, and I'm sure you're thinking like, all right, maybe Jim's just half-hearting it. Maybe I don't. Maybe he just didn't pay attention. So clearly, you're paying more attention to the movie. Yeah. Nothing, right? Nana went bye-bye. I don't know who she is.
Yeah, it's like, who was she? Don't know. Okay. No relation to the family whatsoever.
I know. So the bad is that, and of course, the ugly, I'd say they didn't have enough Rambo carnage, I guess, throughout the movie. I mean, they kind of brought that towards the end of the movie, which was kind of disappointing. I don't know. I mean, it's an hour and 30 minutes, right? Or hour and 37 minutes. So like the last quarter of the movie, like last 25 minutes?
Yeah.
Boy, if I'm terrible with my math.
Well, they definitely had the build up when he was, setting everything up and getting ready for the carnage.
Yeah, but I would contend that the build up really wasn't really a build up, I guess. I mean, it lacked a lot of elements that would bring you in emotionally, right? Make you more emotionally invested.
It just felt like it felt like it was missing a lot. Like it felt like they just kind of rushed this movie because the characterization, like you were just talking about, was definitely lackluster. Like this niece, don't know much about her until they explained it. She goes on this adventure and she chose to do it, and it turns out to be a bad choice for her. And Rambo has to be the saber to come down to saber and destroys he doesn't destroy anything until he gets destroyed. Which was counterintuitive to the whole narrative of John Rambo. Rambo is supposed to be like this badass guy who goes through, pardon my language, folks, but yeah.
No, I get you. Yeah, no, I totally get it. He's this character that takes no prisoners. I mean, he goes in.
Yeah.
You expect his first run-in with the cartel to save his niece to be a little bit more John Rambo-ish, stalking in the shadows, dispatching characters one by one, but he doesn't do that. He kind of walks up like an old man that's just tired of walking the stairs, like, all right, I made it to the top. I'm just gonna go to the manager and talk to the manager involved.
I'm John Rambo. I'm a take.
I don't know if you guys see my movies, but I'm kind of a big deal. And I have my niece, and I want her now. Like, dude, the guy's surrounded by like 50 guys with like guns, right?
Yeah.
Just like, I want to see the manager. Total Karen thing to do. That's a Karen thing to do, man. He just goes in there. I want to talk to the manager. And it's like, yeah, you're going to go a long ways, pal. Yeah. Oh, your niece? Oh, which one is she? Oh, I thought they were all here because they wanted to be here. Oh, my bad. Here you go. Here she is. No, come on.
That's not how this works. Yeah.
That's not how that works. So anyway, like they should have went back. So, but you talked a little bit about, the saga or the story arc of John Rambo. The very first one did a really good job talking about, this guy comes back from Vietnam, tries to assimilate back in society. It's really tough for him. That's when you're introduced to Colonel Troutman, brings him into the storyline, and it's a really rich story. And then the second one, Colonel Troutman comes to him and says, John, I need your help. There's POWs over in Vietnam that we need to get information on to find out if they're for sure there. So he goes there, right? So, I mean, it's a very rich, very
story. Like Rambo.
A very rich story, man. And then, I almost said season 3, the third installment, Colonel Troutman comes to him again. It's like, John, your country needs you, right? I mean, these Afghani people over here are getting, used and abused by the Russians. They're invading, and they need our help. So the story is a soldier of fortune that steps up to the plate whenever his country needs him, and then we're just kind of like this last installment. Excuse me. I just feel like it was lacking so much of that.
Because it's not his country, but it's his family this time that needs him.
Yeah, but I contend though that if they really wanted to go with that and switch gears with the storyline, you can do that. Go ahead and do that. But build it a little bit more than what it is, so that we can have some more emotional buy-in, so that when we have that when we have the time when Gabby does die, right? And I warned you all about spoilers. When Gabby does die, right, there's emotional connection to that, like, oh man, you know. And then, but there wasn't. I mean, there's no emotional investment at all. It's like, oh, so the little girl died. Oh wow, John.
Yeah.
And I think that's just exemplified by the fact that Sylvester Stallone doesn't even cry, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the movie, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. I don't know. Do you think they'll do another one?
Oh no, dude! This is gonna be the last blood. I think is gonna be the last Rambo. Hopefully, unless they do a reboot, you never know.
It's the last hurrah. Yeah. So, if you had to recommend it, would you recommend it to go to the theaters to watch it, to rent it on whatever streaming platform, or wait until it gets to like a free platform?
I'm totally kidding. Yeah, wait until it gets free.
or do you wait a number of years from now when somebody bootlegs it up on YouTube? I do wait until that happens.
Here's what I would do. I wait until it's in the $4 bin at Walmart.
$4 bin at Walmart. All right, folks, you heard it right there. Barry says wait until it's at the $4 bin at Walmart. I honestly don't even think I would spend $4 on it. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you have the DVD collection and you want to add it, go right ahead and maybe wait until there's this great sale on the whole saga. Buy it, right?
Yeah, I'm totally disappointed though. It could have been
stored in your attic until whatever. I don't know. So anyway, so this is our movie review. Thank you very much for listening. You all are great. Please give us a comments. Again, subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't done so already. We're now on Spotify.
Yeah, we're on Spotify. It's awesome.
We're on Spotify. We're moving up in the world. So like it, share it, subscribe to it, all of the above. Thank you very much for listening, everybody, and stay tuned for our next installment. Take care.